How would you like to finally get rid of your arthritis, joint pain, chronic pains, osteoarthritis, rheumatoid arthritis? The list goes on and on. Hi, this is Michael with Remove Back Pain. And in this video, I'm going to show you what the Heal N Soothe Arthritis Reviews is all about, right? This is going to be unlike anything you've already looked for. You've probably done your own research, which is smart, which is what I would do. You've probably seen other YouTube videos. That might not be the last one. And you've heard things about it. You've heard certain myths, misconceptions, certain mistakes from other people. And I want to be able to clear all of that up for you, okay? Because I've looked through other videos. I've seen the behavior people are giving it. And, I've searched through Google myself. And I am actually a user of this product. I'll show you this right now. And please excuse me for the lighting. I do have the light on here, and then I have a window in front of me, so the natural light comes in, and that's kind of why you can, if it looks a little blurry, that's why. So I'm going to go ahead and show you. I'll be talking to you like this, and then I'll also be going on a share screen. I'll also be showing you the alternative solutions to Heal N Soothe you're not going to want to miss out on, right? All these pros and cons and alternatives to it. So stick with me until the very end. But before I get started, if this is the first time you're watching me, I do come out with videos like this on how to heal your joint pain, arthritis, back pain especially. That's where I began. I was somebody who suffered with a lot of back pain myself. I know what that was like many years ago, and not having to find a solution to it, right? Having played sports, having hurt my back, having gone through the steps, thinking that I would have been okay, but then that turned into chronic pain, sitting on the sidelines, really sitting on the couch a lot of the time, on my bed, even going to work sometimes, but I couldn't handle it, and really just felt bad for myself because I didn't have the solution. I kept looking for things. I kept going through mainstream medications, to doctor's appointments, physical therapy, stuff like that, massages, acupuncture, acupressure, you name it all, okay? And I couldn't find the solution. I really felt down on myself, and I felt like I was letting people down in my life, my family. I couldn't be around friends and family as much. And when I was, it just didn't it felt awkward, right? It felt like there was something always on my mind. And it always felt like I didn't want them thinking of the way I was and stuff like that. And so I really needed a solution. And I started searching for different ways of consuming support for my joint pain, my back pain, whether it was acute, subacute, or chronic sciatic pain. I had to figure that out. And I kept looking, and I was like, hearing about how supplements were the way to go, because if you just took food, for example, it wouldn't give you the amount of nutrients you'd need, right? It wouldn't give you the amount of nutrients to get through your bloodstream, so that way it can absorb all of it, all those macro and micro nutrients in between them, so your body can really heal itself in the process and do it long-term, right? You're here for a long-term solution. You're not here for a quick fix with opioids, with NSAIDs, acetaminophen. You're here because you want to, again, know about Heal N Soothe, but you also want to know what natural way or ways can I heal, right? Without having to go through, the doctor route all the time, because that can become costly, right? You go to doctor visits, you go to physical therapy, you go to all these things, and that's the problem. And even worse is you spend thousands of dollars doing that, and in the end of the day, it's like you're still back to square one. You're like, why isn't my back getting better? Why isn't my arthritis getting better? Why isn't my joints getting better? And even worse, then it's like you're sitting on your butt eating couch potatoes while you watch your favorite TV show, but then when that's done, you're emotionally like on a low because you're back to where you started, square one. And then also you're like, don't have that freedom you want to go do what you want to do. But luckily for you, there's a solution, and that is Heal N Soothe, okay? So once I started finding out that this was available and I let go of the other things that didn't work, it really started to become helpful from there. I really started to get out more, started really to exercise more, I started to heal myself a lot faster, which is what I'm going to be showing you too, how to do. And from there on out, you know, I still had those little times where I would bounce back to my old habits, and then I would go back again because I was trying to figure out, like, although it was healing me, I still had all these things in my life that were going wrong. Like I wasn't mentally in the right space. Um, you know, I thought I didn't have the support I needed at times, and that was kind of me withdrawing. But once I figured out how to solve those problems using the supplement and being able to fix those things, it all came together and really just changed my life. And I got to this place where I was able to finally walk more often, easily, and take care of my joints. Anyways, that's enough about me. I want to go ahead and get into the facts of Heal N Soothe. Okay, so very quickly, if you've seen another video out there, I have other videos on this, and this was kind of more of an update one that I want to talk about. So I have one of my old ones. This one, I'd say now I'm doing a lot better, and, you know, being able to help so many people, not only with lower back pain and chronic sciatic, but in different areas, also with joint pain. I have another article on the best joint pain relief supplements that I'll link down below, and I actually think I have a video on it. I also have a personal review on Heal N Soothe, a blog review, as well as a comparison between Heal N Soothe and stuff like Super Joint, which is another similar product, which is Living Well Nutraceuticals is the name of the company. But I'm going to also show you other alternative routes to that. One thing that you've probably heard is, well, the price is kind of high on this. I mean, we'll get to that. Hang in there with me, but I want to go ahead and get into some of the positives about Heal N Soothe that doctors won't tell you. And if you've seen other reviews, they lack. Okay, so they either haven't used the product themselves, and that's why they're bashing on it, because they've been paid to write reviews for them, or just that people haven't used them for the right reasons. And I've talked about that before. I wrote it down in my blog post. You can go view it at Remove Back Pain. And I'll also give you a lot of information on there maybe you won't catch here. So make sure you see that down below. But you won't know until you try is really what I want to say. It's taking action. Some people are out there just promoting things just to promote them because maybe they earn some commission off of them. I will earn one, but I have been somebody who uses it, and I want to make sure that you know this is going to work. So it says here, it's a systemic enzyme formula. I mean, you might not be able to see that too well, but it's in the middle, kind of like right there. And what does that mean, right? What is a systemic enzyme formula? Well, it's kind of like when a house is on fire, let's say, right? And you're getting out of the house, you feel the inflammation, it's burning, and you rush out of that house, step outside, and then you look back at it, and now there's this huge flame spiraling like crazy off the top of the roof, right? And then you see it coming down, barreling into the rest of the home, right? And it's getting bigger and bigger. And so when that would happen, I mean, hopefully before you would have already called the fire department, and then they would rush to the scene. And what do? They would go ahead and put out the fire by hooking up the hose and spraying it all over the house and hope that the fire would go down. And they go in there, maybe there's people in there that they need to get out, or there's things they need to salvage, so they get in there, and from in there they put the fire out. And so that's kind of like what a systemic enzyme is. More specific, a proteolytic systemic enzyme, which is basically, when your body refuses to produce enough enzymes, because our bodies produce enough enzymes in our body, and it stores it for when you need to heal, right? When there's inflammation, when there's pain, it rushes to that scene to push out what's called fibrin. Okay, so now this fibrin is like this mesh-like, kind of think of it like Play-Doh. If you ever use Play-Doh and you put Play-Doh somewhere, and maybe you would spread it around the surface of something, or maybe you'd put water on it and it just like covers the surface tension, right? Surface area sometimes. So that's kind of what like fibrin is. It rushes to that scene where you're have inflammation and pain, right? And it traps, it's like this mesh-like, and I'll show you how that looks like, that traps the blood cells, right? Blood cells are trying to help. They're trying to circulate through your body so it can give you proper blood flow, oxygen, nutrients. And when this fibrin builds up, and it's good to have, but it's, if you have too much of it, it'll cause further inflammation. And so these enzymes, these special enzymes, right, that I'm talking about, the systemic proteolytic enzymes, they rush to that scene to take care of the fibrin, to get it out of there, to make sure that the blood flow goes through, your blood cells are circulating, and so that way it cleans up the area. But when you have too much fibrin left over, then what happens? It causes you pain. It causes you joint inflammation. It causes you to want to cry. It causes you to want to lay on your bed like a baby until you figure out what is going on. And by the time you figure out what's going on, it's too late. You've already paid thousands of dollars to go back to the doctor, physical therapy, etc. And these are the things that doctors don't want you to know. And you probably haven't heard of this from other people who maybe made a video. And I've seen some of those. So I wanted to like get away from those misconceptions and let you know that the truth is here. It's the proteolytic enzymes inside of the supplement, right? Those special things, when your body, you get older, right? As you get older, your body loses these proteolytic enzymes, these special enzymes to be able to go to that scene of the inflammation and help kick out the fibrin that builds up, because fibrin is okay, right? It's what forms around to heal and heal the scarring tissue, right? But when you have too much of it and you don't have enough enzymes, now you have excessive fibrin building up in that area. So that's what's causing you pain. That's what's causing you to sit out. That's what's causing you not to miss a day of exercise. It's causing you to miss a day of walking with your spouse, walking with your girlfriend, boyfriend, whoever that is, family. Before you know it, you have to come back and sit down because you have all this extra inflammation already because of the fibrin. And so at the age of like 27 plus, as you get older, you lose these enzymes. Your body doesn't produce it anymore. So you need to add more of these in there. And that's what Heal N Soothe does. That's what comes in with Heal N Soothe. And I can't tell you how many times this has actually helped me be able to recover. Every time I eat them or I take a supplement, you want to take them 3 times a day to start, right? People, some other people will be like, well, you have to take 3 supplements. Well, to start, think about it. It's like anything. It's like you've probably been so used to taking opioid drugs that it's like, well, I just take one and I feel like better. But then you feel like, that's where you feel like crap after you're back and you're hooked on it. That's what hooks you on, right? You're kicking all these dopamine, oxycodone, endorphins, serotonin into your head, where it's made you believe that you need opioids. You need those different drugs, or you need a different supplement, which it doesn't help with at all. So let me get into the supplement facts here, and I'll kind of compare that to others. So in here you have Boswellia serrata extract. So you might not be able to see them completely. Again, I'll have a visual image in the post and in other places where you can see them. But here, let me go ahead and zoom in. Might not look the best. You also have, well, with Boswellia, you have 150 milligrams, okay, of that. So that's a fair amount of that. You have citrus bioflavonoids complex, which is 90 milligrams. So the rest of this here, we have ginger root, 90 milligrams, yucca, 90 milligrams, turmeric, right, comes with turmeric, alpha lipoic acid, 50 milligrams, rutin, 30, devil's claw root, 30 milligrams. Another thing that it comes with is a protease AM, with 225 AP, bromelain, protease, alkaline protease, and papain. So let's go back to what a proteolytic enzyme really is, though. It's what's found in a pineapple, right? You find it in bromelain, you find it in papaya, papain, you find it in pineapples, right? That's what's in it, right? But you can't just eat a pineapple and then expect to get those nutrients to flow through your body and heal you. No, that's why you have to take supplements for it. This is the best route to go in. There are side effects to that. If you're asking, I'll get that out of the way. Heal N Soothe does come with side effects like any other thing, right? You don't want to combine a supplement with if you're taking a different medicinal treatment. You want to consult with your doctor, first of all, if it's going to be helpful. But also you need to keep in mind that something like Heal N Soothe, it works just fine. It's just if you're allergic to pineapples, papaya, if you're allergic to that, it can cause things like nausea, vomiting, headaches, bloating. It can cause digestive tract issues, not to like the 10th degree, but it will. And you just have to be aware of those things. And so I just want to throw that out there. And in my review, I cover more of those in depth. So make sure you look at that. So those are the ingredients. And if maybe you've asked yourself, is it powerful enough? Well, if you're taking it 3 times a day, right, and you're getting 90 milligrams of ginger root, what is that? 90 times 3. That's 270 milligrams. So now you combine 270 milligrams plus the other 90 milligrams in here, and then you do the same thing for the 60, 50, 30, 30. So what's happening there? What the combination of those 3 that you're taking per day will result in you healing faster. So if you want to heal faster, if you want to heal in certain weeks, if you want to get ready for a certain event you have, right? So you can feel better, right? When you take it, the sooner the better. That means you're going to be able to live life the way you want, right? You want to be healthier, you can be healthier. You just have to do what it says, and you can finally go in with confidence and feel smarter about things and feel more focused, have more energy, have more time, and be able to live life the way you want with the people you want. Go exercise more, go out, feel more free. It actually makes you feel a lot younger too. If you're older, in that older demographic watching this, it'll make you feel a lot younger, and it'll make you feel like you won't have that pain to worry about anymore. You can finally be happy, smile more often, and consciously, which is the biggest result, is like you're not going to feel negative about things. You feel like you're not going to have a setback. So if you want that, Heal N Soothe will help you out with that. And it just doesn't only help out with arthritis, like I said in the beginning of the video. So other ingredients here, we have hypromellose capsule, and a few other ones, but we won't go into that far. Let's see what else I got to cover here. So I covered that it was proteolytic enzymes and the fibrin that build up in your body. So now, really, what you need to know about Heal N Soothe, and that I've been hearing around other people, is, well, it's great and all, they have the supplements there, but how does that the ingredients, but how does that compare to other ones? So another alternative, out there that's been tossed around is something like Turmeric Curcumin Plus, and I have another one called ProJoint Plus, and those are also good ones. I have reviews for them. If you want to know more about them, I'll leave a review for them down below. I also have the best joint pain supplements again, so you know about them, so you can see that. But really, that's where Heal N Soothe differentiates itself from everybody else, is that it has those proteolytic special enzymes, gives you more enzymes in your body. As you get older, you lose them. And that's what doctors in mainstream medication doesn't tell you. They don't want to let you know about these enzymes and the fibrin that's in them. So that is that. Now let me get into the share screen here so I can quickly show you a couple of things. So this is my post that I have, and I just kind of want to go over little things here that I maybe didn't cover. And I cover the myths that people have. Is it a scam? Is it not? And it really is not a scam, okay? A lot of people will try to persuade you to go in that direction. Here's my other review that I had there. That I'll also leave in the description below. But you can get a free bottle of this, or retail price $59. I think it's probably gone up to like the 60s or so, but you can get your free bottle to start. And they have the subscription continuity plan, which is okay. You're probably like, well, I don't want to be on that. Well, you can always cancel if you don't want. But the point of this is looking at it long term, right? Get a bottle, right? The worse your pain is, the more you're going to want bottles. And that's the way to go. And, I was doing that from the beginning, thinking like, no, I don't want to do this. But as time went by, I knew that was the right way to go. That way I didn't have to worry about continuously going back and ordering another bottle when I could have just had it automated. So it's 100% risk-free, 90-day money-back guarantee for arthritis, joint pain, muscle pain, chronic back pain, sciatic, and so on. I overall ranked it 98 out of 100. I know it might sound a bit biased, but I'm not, right? I'll show you the reviews that other people are having, and I am a first-hand user of this. Again, if you want to know more about my story, I also talk about that in here. Oh, one other thing too is if you're asking about joint support, collagen, and you're asking about Is it gonna give me my cartilage back? Well, that's not what it exactly focuses on. If you want that, the other one would be like Super Joint Plus. And I've seen other people kind of like put down on that. Well, you can't expect everything in one bottle. It just doesn't work like that. The reason it doesn't have it is because it specializes in a certain thing. You want it to help you with your inflammation, right? Even more inflammation that you have, osteoarthritis, more chronic ones, it will help with that. And I've seen people dispel that. But it's the more you try it, the more you got to do it in a day, the more it'll help you. By the far, the best thing I said I liked was the proteolytic enzymes. Talked about that earlier. It's ingredients, right, that you won't find in any other type of supplements. If you see other ones like Turmeric Curcumin Plus, the main ingredients are those are probably like turmeric, but they don't in bioprene curcumin, but they don't have things like bromelain, papain, ginger root extract. You don't see those root, and those are the ones that come together to really help out. So I kind of break those down in this article. The bad about it, it doesn't have the glucosamine or chondotrin, which is fine because you can find that in Super Joint Health. You're getting 90 capsules in one bottle for the price of almost $60 for a bottle. I would like there to be more personally, but it's okay. I mean, it's high quality, right? You pay for what you get. That's basically how I'm going to put it, and I'll leave it at that. I talked about the potential side effects there. Who is it for, right? For arthritis, for joint pain. I talked about that earlier and so much more. Osteoarthritis, lower back pain, joint pain, herniated disc, muscle pain, especially muscle pain, because what happens is in your body is once you take these supplements, it pushes that excess of fibrin out. And then it pushes more of the proteolytic enzymes needed in your body, right? To give you that healthy look, to give you that healthy feel, and to feel like you can really take on the world and do anything, no matter what age you are, right? And then it gives you back your muscle strength and releases that tension from there, and it really allows you to do the things you need to give you the more mobility, give you more mobility and movement. That's what you want. I kind of have a different articles, and I have a video here that I talked about for proteolytic enzymes. Who shouldn't take them, right? I talked about that here. And then it's for people who are maybe allergic to it, people who are just skeptic overall. Like if you're somebody who, like after this video is over, you're like, I still need to go do research. You really don't need to, because I'm going to give you everything you need here. Just stick with me. I'll go ahead and get into the testimonials and stuff like that. So here's some more testimonials on this article you can go through. As a scientist, I'm somewhat skeptical of the Heal N Soothe product, given that it was one of many natural pain relieving products available on the web. However, after about 12 months of lower back pain, I thought I have nothing to lose. The bottle arrived and I started taking them. At that time, I had back pain diagnosed as a slightly herniated disc. So I thought, great, now I have a lifetime of pain ahead of me. However, the pain did subside and disappear, but being a scientist, I did not know if it was the tablets or perhaps the psychosomatic effects of the diagnosis that helped relieve the pain, so maybe a placebo. I still kept taking the Heal N Soothe, albeit irregularly, and didn't really have much trouble. Then without realizing it, I ran out of tablets and thought, oh well, let's see how things go. A while later, my back started to hurt again, and over a period of a week, it was back to as bad as it was before. I couldn't work out what I had done to aggravate it. I suddenly realized I hadn't been taking tablets, and as another bottle had recently arrived, I started taking them again. 5 days later, the pain was gone and hasn't come back. I have also had long-term muscle knots in my right shoulder blade because of poor computer posture, which I know. Guess what that has gone to? This stuff works. More relief from Heal N Soothe that I got from naproxen. I am an RN working 12-hour shifts, and I have fibromyalgia. I take Lyrica 3 times a day. I received a bottle of Heal N Soothe, and as I was leaving work from tonight, was aching all over. I was going to take some naproxen, but on opening the envelope, I decided to take Heal N Soothe instead. It's approximately 4 hours later, and I got some relief. I got more relief from Heal N Soothe than I got from naproxen. Not bad for the first dose. I'm hopeful. Thank you. This is Carol. There's a lot more to talk about, like arthritis and stuff like that too. This is just a few. I can be on here for hours, even an athlete here, covering from that. And I told you my experience with that after having suffered sports and then having set back on a sedimentary lifestyle that really pushed me to get into the supplement world more. And then after failed attempts, if you don't want to make mistakes, right, on other products that just don't work, right, some that are just a placebo, this is not the placebo. This is something that actually works, okay? And as somebody who also has studied some biology, and I've also done the chemistry, and I've gone into a lot of that to understand how this all comes together. Then I'm not here to waste your time. Right? Okay, so how to clean up. It's simple as closing the lid, store it away in your compartment. I'll actually get off the screen here and I'll show you how that looks. Personal 90-day risk-free, 100% pain-free guarantee, where you can get a free bottle. You can expect to pay around $11.95 for shipping costs. I don't think that's gone up. Plus, you can get a 90-day money-back guarantee if you're not satisfied, right? You're not satisfied, get your money back, right? But I'm sure you're going to love this, as I have, which means, look, I still have it. You continue with if you don't cancel with their subscription, which sends you another bottle for the price of $49.95, $10 less than its original price. Price is differentiated, more or less. So if you're like me, if you're wanting to, before committing to it, go ahead and get your free bottle first. And I'll leave a link to that down below where you can get a free bottle. I also give you bonuses and stuff like that for getting your Heal N Soothe bottle. So if you want those additions, like free guides, how to use, and forums and stuff like that, that comes with them. Go ahead and do that. Heal N Soothe third-party guaranteed, testing guarantee, heavy metal screening, multi-residual screen, microbe screen, residual solvents. Heal N Soothe is gluten-free. Heal N Soothe is non-GMO. Heal N Soothe versus its competitors, you can see this here, goes on price, active in enzymes, other ingredients. Again, it's the enzymes. Other people won't tell you that. They're very blank and they say, well, the price of this is 23. The price of this here is 63. Which one would you want? Right? You get what you pay for again, but you're also buying into the fact that for real, it's the proteolytic enzymes, the fibrin reducing effects of this, and the long-term health benefits of it. And I kind of go through some of them here and I break them down. I'll probably be updating this again, but you can see that here. Heal N Soothe alternatives for osteoarthritis and cartilage problems and so much more. I have other options for them, like Turmeric Curcumin, I'll leave down below, and the Pro Joint one that I've talked about that I've used as well. But I really like Heal N Soothe. This is like my go-to that I use. How much do I love it? There's so much I can say about it, but really it gives you the effects you need long-term. It's going to give you more enzymes that your body needs to be able to get rid of the inflammation anytime you have a pain and inflammation. That excessive fibrin won't build up. Why? Because you have more enzymes now in your body, which other supplements don't give you, right? Because if you continuously suffer with arthritis pain or back pain, you want to take something that's going to put more enzymes in your body as you get older, right? Because you don't want that excessive inflammation buildup over time, which other bottles don't do, right? They just get away from the inflammation, and it might be naturally, but they don't have the extra ingredients. They don't have the extra power to be able to get rid of inflammation long term, right? Because the inflammation will still be in your body. You might be suddenly playing soccer or something, having fun with your kids, and then it gets out because you had excessive inflammation that wasn't gone, that didn't get removed, right? So I have bonuses also that I offer here if you want to go ahead and take me up on that. So I'll go ahead and give them to you, and you can go ahead and view them here. It's a whole bunch of good ones. Stuff like free books, private access to a group that I have on Facebook that I go ahead and help people out. My video vault, hundreds of videos of them for different purposes, for healing, coaching and mentoring, forum membership access, and so there's so much more that I put on there too. But this is Heal N Soothe. Aside from that, does it work? It does. Is it safe? It does. It is safe. The Better Business Bureau, here's reviews. Here's Trustpilot. I've been taking Heal N Soothe and super joint support, formula for a couple of weeks, and just spent last week camping. And I've noticed how agile and less stiff I've become, and arthritic pains I have gone. It works. I live in the UK, and I've certainly nothing to complain about. Any concerns I did have disappeared after contacting their live online chats at no cost either by doing so. And every time I spoke with one of their customer service people, I found them willing to sort out any problems. As far as the product is concerned, it works, and my own GP has offered no medical advice reference my arthritis that's been around past few years more and more, but thankfully gone now since taking the two products I have in front of them. So start with Heal N Soothe, and then you can move your way into super joint support. And I have a video on that. So if you want to know, I actually compared the two as well, singular, and I have comparison. Worked as promised. I can't understand the large number of bad reviews for this site, and there are. I'll probably show you that here. Around 16 years ago, I developed a bad lower back and right hip problem. For around 7 years, specialists were useless, and they are. It just, they're not useless, but they're useless when it comes to this. And injections made the situation worse. I searched the net. I needed help. Found the losethebackpain.com. I ordered a folder course for around 120, I think it was euros, and worked through it. It was all about muscle imbalance, and that's exactly what I had. A number of consultants and surgeons were never once mentioned this basic program. I followed the course recommendations and got relief straight away via pelvic stretches, focusing on my very weak and stiff right side. Right. So what they also do, what this is talking about, is they also with lose the back pain here. This is where you want to get Heal N Soothe from. You can get it from Living Well, but this is where you want to get it from, because then you'll build a foundation on the trust that they have with other products. They have products with how to fix muscle imbalance, which is the real foundation and the real core problem of your inflammation and your pain, because your muscles are weak in one area as opposed to another. So they also have things like that. I purchased that stuff too. I have reviews on it. If you want to know more about lose the back pain, I have a review on that. I'll leave it down below. But you can get your free bottle here. Before I go there, those are the alternatives, by the way. ProJoint Plus. You also have things like Turmeric Curcumin. Like what I want to show you on this, though, it's like the supplement facts, right? Just turmeric, organic turmeric, bioprine. Right? Where are the rest of the ingredients too that I want to know? Like, where are the devil's root? Where is the rutin? Where is it that, like, you know, the ginger? Where's all that? Right? While this does work as well, it works really well. It's not, I would say, compared to Heal N Soothe as quality, right? It's a great alternative as well. So if you don't want something like Heal N Soothe, then you have Turmeric Curcumin Plus from like VitaPost. And there's another one here from ProJoint Plus that I've used myself too, and it works well, supports cartilage health, supports joint health, supports natural joint mobility. So again, it's all about knowing your pain and which one it is that you need for yourself, right? So there's people saying a lot of great things, but a lot of these, so here's the thing, this person saw a lot of complaints. Obviously, they were put off by the bad reviews, which you're probably still going to be looking through, but it became so bad that I couldn't drive or travel because of the pain and lack of mobility in their neck. And so I decided to give it a go with one bottle. The thing is, you know, when it comes to this, people who write the reviews a lot of the time are people who are paid to write them, or people who just didn't use them for the right reasons. Right? So you have a lot of bad reviews on Trustpilot because people sometimes get paid to do it, and people don't use them for the right reasons. And then you have the reply from Healthy Back Institute, Steve, who's the director, and I've talked to Steve Hefferon. I've talked to him before. I've emailed him. We've talked back and forth, and I've actually gotten close enough to know with Steve that why people don't make the right choices when it comes to not only arthritis, but joint pains and everything else, because they have this misconception, right? They see the reviews and they go away from them. Right? You see them on Amazon here too. You can write reviews on people writing reviews on them, good and bad. Person saying it's a natural product, and it is 100% all natural product, which is what I love about it. And you could get it through here, but it's best to get it through the Lose the Back Pain site for what they give you, discounts, especially moving forward, and so much more. This is the best place to get it with. So it's kind of another article that I'll leave to so you can understand more about what fibrin is. So this is kind of what fibrin looks like, right? It's the white mesh-like that traps your blood cells from being able to circulate. And having it is good because it heals the wound, but having too much of it is the problem. And so you need to remove all that. And to be able to remove all that, you got to use stuff like proteolytic enzymes to be able to push it away so it doesn't stay there for a while. Okay, so that's there. What else would I want to show you? So here is kind of this landing page here where you can learn more about Heal N Soothe and the things that the doctors don't tell you. The drug side effects you use from naproxen, oxycodone, a whole bunch of different ones, aspirin, Advils, and it's just how dangerous it is. If you're in pain, please don't fall victim to the greedy, money-hungry drug corporations feeding you lies, which they are. It's time to go away from that. The longer you use traditional pain meds, the less effective they become, which is the truth. And then just becomes so much more of a problem. So here it states how proteolytic enzymes can turn off the pain that you have and push away the inflammation, which it does work. It's not, you know, it's not a phony thing. Proteolytic enzymes have been proven to work by some of the top research centers in the world. Okay, and don't get confused with systemic versus digestive enzymes. Digestive enzymes really are what work around in your gut. So bloating, anything in the stomach area, right? So that's what's going to go in there, but it doesn't absorb, the acids don't absorb it as well as with systemic enzymes. So the systemic enzymes can get in there, but they get even in through the more micro vessels, and that's what you need. And that's where the magic happens, when they get through those magic vessels and they break down the acid. With the acid, it's able to break down very easily. It helps you heal when it gets to the places you need to, which is why people don't tell you that. Mainstream medication doesn't. Food alone can't boost your enzyme levels high enough to relieve your pain. It's an all natural, 100% safe pain relieving supplement, which heals your body as it soothes your pain away. This is not just fabricated. Other people are getting results here. Everyday people, doctors, so forth. You can see this here. I'll leave a link to that down below, as well as others, so you can see that it works. And there's just a whole bunch of them, and it just goes through the ingredients here individually and how they work, supplements, the facts, even more stories. You've heard some of these already. And so let me go down here. If you have any questions, there's an FAQ I have on my post, and there's also going to be some here you can go through. So you can also go through those FAQs and see what it is that you are missing. You'll feel alive again, really. That's one of the biggest reasons I took it, is because I wanted to have my freedom again. I wanted to have my health back, feel at my best, not have to worry about suffering every dang day. And so there's different ways of getting them. 6 bottles, $41.50 per bottle. 3 bottles, $49 per bottle. 1 bottle at $59 on one-time payment. Again, you can get it on a subscription, 90-day money-back guarantee. Proven anti-inflammatory straight from Mother Nature herself. That's just not a tacky saying. Here's some facts. How often should you use? Should be taken once per day on an empty stomach, 30 minutes before or 30 or 60 minutes after meals for best results. Some people find that a single dose before bed works best. Begin by taking 3 capsules once per day. Okay. If you do not feel a reduction in pain at the dosage, experiment with the higher dosage by gradually increasing by the dosage by 1 to 2 capsules per day until you find what works best for you. So 3 capsules once per day. Okay. Are there any side effects? And again, coming back to this, I kind of stated like you can take 3, but if you want to start from here, you can. It's kind of like the recommendation. So go here, begin by taking 3 capsules once per day. And again, it's going to add up with all the different ingredients. And if you need more higher levels of pain, it tells you here to increase 1 to 2 capsules per day. So osteoarthritis, rheumatoid, if it's continuous inflammation and pain. Are there any side effects? They have an excellent safety record with no significant side effects reported. With any of them, you have to be aware of that, though. Made with animal products, no Heal N Soothe is 100% natural, contains no animal derivatives. Can I take Heal N Soothe with other medications? Individuals taking any medication should consult with a physician prior. Who should not take it? Persons who suffer from different medical conditions. Individuals taking their prescription blood thinners, but are not limited to Humidine, Herpine, Plavix, Xarelto, and Liquis. Anyone who will be having surgery in less than 2 weeks, individuals with known ulcers of the stomach, pregnant or lactating women, individuals currently taking antibiotics, individuals with an allergic reaction to pineapples or papayas, individuals under the age of 18. How long? Taking it daily along with multivitamin for as long as you want to keep inflammation in check and continue support for soft tissue recovery, improve joint function and maintaining a healthy immune response, as well as support to cardiovascular and respiratory function. Worrying about side effects, possible, like anything, and therefore, okay. So that's everything I wanted to show you in this video. Let me get off the share screen here. And now let me kind of go into how it looks like on the inside of there. So I can just easily twist off the bottle. Could have gone this route in the earlier part of the video. Just bear with me. So take this out, it's cotton, right? Cushion the pills there. And then it's just a small pill right here. Right? Not big at all. It's pretty small. You can take these, kind of like a gray/tannish look to it. And as per instructions, how to take them, right? We went over that. So it all comes in a bottle. It's all here. It's all ready for you to go. Just take them easily, right? They're very reliable, which means you want to be using this over and over again after you find out that it helps out the first time, right? And they work very effectively, right? So if you want to, again, heal yourself, if you really want to go back to the life you were once living, right? Feeling younger, feeling like you have more mobility in your joints, you won't have another joint pain as you're doing your activities, you're trying to get things done, then Heal and Soothe is the way to go. I'll leave the post, like I've shown you earlier. I've shown you the alternatives if you want to know more about that, the best joint pain relief supplements. For your needs specifically, the pricing, that'll all be down there in the description. Get your free bottle of Heal and Soothe. It's risk-free, right? You get that 90-day money-back guarantee, right? What does it hurt to try it? Nothing. Plus, you get the bonuses that I'm going to be offering you as well. But all that information will be down in the description. You can read that. You can click through and watch the other videos that I have on Heal and Soothe with super joint support, the blog post, all that. That's it from me. Let me ask you a question. Have you used supplements in the past and they haven't worked? Which ones have you used, right? What do you want to use moving forward from today? What questions do you still have after today, right? I still have the fact sheet, so you can access this, the page for Heal and Soothe, so you can learn more about them, watch a special video actually that they have from Lose the Back Pain articles. It's all down below. This is everything you need to make the smart decision, which is taking Heal and Soothe. All right, that's everything from me. Thank you very much.